WWE is all about excitement and shocking events. It may have become a classic, but the adage, "you never know what's gonna happen," has shown to be correct countless times. Sadly, some surprising occurrences in WWE have occurred on the unpleasant side of things. All of these instances have shaken the fan base in some way, shape, or form.
Talent is not sexually transmitted.
They have also had a massive impact on the industry, with the effects still being felt today.
I own WCW.
These are some of the most controversial moments to have taken place in WWE.
I have the unfortunate responsibility to let everyone know that Owen Hart has died.
Number 10. Stone Cold Steve Austin stuns Vince McMahon. If we're going to talk about controversy, we might as well start off with Stone Cold Steve Austin, who has pretty much done whatever he wanted in any part of his WWE career. Vince McMahon, previously just a play-by-play announcer, was now known to be a real-life authority figure in WWE. McMahon progressively became more involved in storylines on camera, building up to this moment. It was going to be a big deal when McMahon got what was coming to him and had a superstar attack him physically. In a classic Austin moment, the Texas Rattlesnake was pushed too far and struck with a stunner on the boss. In storyline, this bought Austin a trip to jail.
Tell me he will be fired! I'll tell you what! How do you...
For the fans, it was the first time a superstar had the guts to stick up to McMahon as a boss. Number 9. David Arquette wins WCW World Title? Actor David Arquette was appearing on WCW programming to promote the movie Ready to Rumble. In the movie, Arquette is an avid WCW fan that helps his favorite wrestler win the World Championship away from DDP. In this storyline, Arquette tries to help DDP win the world title. He gets looped into a match with the man scoring the winning pinfall to be crowned champion. Both Arquette and DDP have pinfalls at the same time, but the referee counts Arquette's pin attempt first, giving him the World Championship. This may not be controversial, but ridiculous. Even WWE has brought in Kevin Federline to have a pinfall victory over John Cena, but giving a celebrity one of the promotion's championships is a crazy move. Number 8. The MSG incident. Actors are always told to never break character. Wrestlers are told to do the exact same thing. On a night in Madison Square Garden after a cage match, 4 wrestlers and close friends came out and embraced one another in the ring. Among the men were Shawn Michaels, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, and Triple H. The men have been referred to as the Clique for being so tight backstage. The main issue with this moment is that some of them were heels and others were faces.
A lot of guys had a real problem with what happened. Everybody hated this.
That's just a taboo. You do not do that.
Yes, contracts were running out, and it seemed like the last time the group of friends would be working together. This would be fine if it weren't for the confused fans. Did the heels turn face? Did the faces turn heel? Fans were not aware at the time of contract, so it was a confusing moment for everybody. Number 7. Mae Young bears all. Pretty much any diva-related segment went off like this at the time. The beautiful women were gonna be shown off in sexy bikinis. Mae Young, an old legendary female wrestler, would come out and try to compete and would end up winning. The problem stemmed from the Cat winning a similar contest and taking off her top. People were shocked that it happened. Mae decided to show off her puppies as well, live on pay-per-view.
Just say no!
We're still not sure if people in WWE knew she was planning it, but the crowd in New York City was certainly surprised. Many in attendance would probably have preferred that to the MSG incident.
You want to see my puppies?
Nobody wants to see your puppies again!
Number 6. Vince Russo gives Hogan what he wants. At Bash at the Beach, Hulk Hogan hoped to win another world championship taking on Jeff Jarrett.
So come on down and get your kicked, Jarrett.
We never really knew who would win that match because Jarrett was instructed to lay down so Hogan could win the title. Hogan didn't know about it at the time, but Vince Russo, a head creative writer, instructed Jarrett to do so. It would later come out that in Hogan's WCW contract, he can use creative control whenever he feels like it. Hogan wanted to win that night and, after arguing about it, Russo humiliated Hogan with the moment.
What's going on?
Hogan grabbed a mic to show his displeasure.
That's why this company's in the shape it's in, because of like this.
Another moment belonging on this list would be the Nitro After, where Russo cut a promo essentially firing Hogan on live television. Number 5, the end of The Undertaker's streak.
The streak is over.
Everything about this was perfectly legal, and yet we can't remember the last time a wrestling decision was as intensely analyzed and discussed. Brock Lesnar pinning The Undertaker's shoulders to the mat for the 3 count at WrestleMania will forever be wrestling's greatest shock. 21 years of victories came to an end in 3 seconds when the Phenom didn't kick out of that third F5.
I personally hate that it happened. I feel like the WrestleMania brand almost was built around that streak. And then Brock comes in and he kills the streak.
For a long time, speculations were rife as to whether it was a calamitous botch or something worse. Fans suggested that maybe The Undertaker was genuinely hurt or someone had gone off script. However, it was all put to bed when it was confirmed that the decision was taken by Vince McMahon himself.
Tell me Undertaker made that decision.
I made that decision.
Okay, you made the decision. Okay,
absolutely.
I thought you...
Number 4, CM Punk drops a verbal nuke.
I have a lot of things I want to get off my chest.
Where were you when wrestling witnessed the greatest shoot promo of all time?
John Cena, while you lay there, hopefully as uncomfortable as you possibly can be, I want you to listen to me.
CM Punk's infamous pipe bomb stunned everyone watching as he ripped into the company and those running it in a scathing fashion. What made the rant iconic was how real it sounded. For a long time, fans thought Punk had genuinely let loose without anyone backstage knowing his intentions.
There's one thing you're better at than I am, and that's kissing Vince McMahon's ass.
Besides, considering everything he spat out that day still rings true, you could say the controversial part still exists in spirit. Number 2, Owen Hart passes away in tragic fashion at WWE Over the Edge. Many professional wrestlers have passed away while in their peak years, such as the beloved Eddie Guerrero. More tragic, however, is succumbing to death during an ongoing event, and the wrestling world still hasn't recovered from what happened to Owen Hart. At Over the Edge 1999, Hart was making a superb entrance into the ring by being lowered from the rafters. Tragically, however, a cable snapped, and the superstar fell from 70 feet above.
Jerry Lawler back joining me here. King, I was just reiterating to the fans, this is not a part of the show. We're here to entertain and have fun, but this is neither.
He was declared dead in an hour, as everyone watching was still in shock.
Let everyone know that Owen Hart has died.
The event remains one of the most shocking WWE moments ever. The fact that the company doesn't address it on its network to this day makes it worse. Number 1. The ultimate screw job turns the industry on its head. The most controversial moment really couldn't be anything else other than that notorious night in Canada. Bret Hart getting screwed out of the World Championship in front of his home fans by Vince McMahon remains the most controversial WWE moment ever. As Shawn Michaels locked Hart in the sharpshooter, the bell rang despite the latter never tapping out. Fans immediately understood that McMahon had called for the bell to be rung to strip the Canadian of the championship before he left for rival promotion WCW. Dubbed, naturally, the Montreal Screwjob, it had far-reaching consequences and was made worse by the fact everyone involved has given different accounts of the story. Nevertheless, the excellence of execution going through what he did was horrible and a complete low blow. Be sure to watch WWE Top Kickouts, and we'll see you in the next video.